everybody? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to the ET Joe, where we serve you all the good stuff, all the intellectual spice. Okay, jokes to the side. How y'all doing? How you feeling today? You good? You happy? You all right? You good? You chilling? All that good stuff. Welcome back to the ETG show. I know it's been a minute, but we have to come to you guys with sensible intellectual conversations. Okay, you know what? What we're going to do today is I'm going to paint a classic scenario, and then you tell me what you think in your head. So this guy just comes out of this 2021 hot-looking Range Rover. He's smelling good. Has this Gucci lover shoe or something that maybe is one ancestral god that's chasing them. They just give one fine name. And then you're like, wait, oh my God, he's looking so confident. And then this chick comes out of this Ferrari. She has her Louboutin shoes, carrying the Hermes bag. Yeah, Hermes, yeah. There's another one that's trendy now. You understand? Just fill in the blacks. And what comes to you? Oh my gosh, she is so confident. Not a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. On pit of it. Half the time when you unpack those insecurities and address those people and it gets to the crux or the base of who they are, it's all absolute rubbish. And you're like, wow, we are very good at putting makeup on all the obnoxiousness in our lives. And today we're going to be talking about something that I feel like in my own opinion, well, first of all, this is my show, so it's my opinion. So just leave me, let me talk my talk. Because I always feel like I have a point to prove. Listen, this is my TG show. Find your own. Don't just look for my trouble. Anyway, so we're going to be talking about confidence. And like I described, that's the picture that the media has painted, that anyone who would perceive a certain type of way half the time because of the stuff they have or stuff they possess, immaterial. And when they carry themselves a certain type of way, they've achieved a certain type of feat that they're confident. And in my own view, I think that is not exactly, well, to me, like I said, it's not what I perceive or confidence to be. So I made a few notes. I'm going to be going with my notes. I said, so what I'm going to be unpacking with you or for you or with you or for us is how I believe is the best approach to build confidence or become a more confident person. And I said, number one, you have to get to know yourself. You have to get to know yourself in a sense that you have to like yourself. You have to, I want to say, date yourself. Like, get to know who you are, what you like, what do you want from life? What are your pet peeves? Get to know yourself, like spend time with yourself. I, for one, obviously I'm going to throw myself under the bus. Growing up, I believe that I never really liked to, why am I sitting by myself? Why am I by myself? I have friends, I have stuff to do. I was always, involved in activity, trying to help other people as best that I could, because I've always believed in service. What you give, you get in return. The universe, karma is a bitch. It's a businesswoman. Excuse my French. She's a businesswoman. She collects and she pays what she owes and what you owe her. And so I always believe that, like I was trained to believe that what you make happen for others, God will make happen for you. So I've always lived a life of service, of servitude. I like the way that sounds, servitude. So back to the real stuff. And so I said you have to get to know yourself. And so personally, I was always doing activity and I thought it was awkward to be by myself or stay myself or just be by myself and just experience myself. I thought, when they think I'm crazy, I'll have a conversation by myself. Am I not? Until life happens, sometimes, which is good. So, sometimes I'm at the point in my life where I thank God for some of the hard situations that I've had to go through, because I believe now without a shadow of doubt that they have made me, that's so cliche, but I promise you it is true. And well, not everyone comes out shining like a bright, correct guy like me. Some people never get over these things, and that's some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about. And so Get to know yourself, spend time with yourself, get to enjoy being alone, get to enjoy not lonely, but being alone with yourself. Like, understand who is this individual, what makes them thick, what makes them quiet, what makes them shorter, who are they, what do they want from life. I believe when you answer those questions, it starts to set the ball rolling of, first of all, self-discovery and becoming a confident person. So when you get to know yourself, you love yourself, you appreciate yourself, you understand that you are value, that, you know, the Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave of himself his begotten son for you. So if, because, you know, we try to draw value from a lot of things, I say, number one thing, you have to have a relationship with God. I'm Christian. I don't know what religion you practice, but I respect that. But I'm going to talk from my point of experience. So, you know, you get to love yourself. God, understand that God loves you and you're valuable. Your situation, people may not necessarily portray to you as, or treat you as valuable because they don't even perceive themselves as such. So you cannot give what you do not have. You get me? So understand that God so loved the world that he gave his begotten himself for me. And if it was just me in this entire ugly, somewhat beautiful world, he will do the same. And that in itself starts to make me feel a little more confident in the fact that I'm worth it. You start to feel worthy when you understand that I'm okay. I may not be XYZ, but I'm okay being me. I'm good enough for me. You know, I didn't create myself. If I could, and if I could alter a few things here and there, but you know, I'm me. I spend time with myself. You know what? Get to know who you are, what you like, and what you do not like, and do not be embarrassed by it. Classic situation or scenario. I've never really liked soccer. I grew up in Africa that is heavily sports based. I like basketball, but I really wasn't into sports, but entertainment. Ha! So, you know, I grew up with a lot of guys, you know, obviously I went to, you know, schools and all of that. Most guys wanted to prove themselves in soccer and sports and all of that. And I just thought there was something wrong with me, but I really didn't like this stuff. And I was eventually keeping up with the Joneses. I remember one time, you know, we were watching soccer. I think it was, I can't remember what I can't remember, but I know that I slept off watching this tournament. I believe it was USA 96. I don't remember. But it was fun. I was watching it and I slept off because clearly it was not my thing. I didn't really like it, but I was keeping up with the Joneses because, you know, for all you bullies out there, and that's why, for all you bullies, anyway, it's a gradual process. You know, you want to keep up with the Joneses so they won't flash you. It's fine, you know. And so I would do all of those kinds of things until later I realized I don't really like this sport. It doesn't excite me. But if there's entertainment, there is music, there's arts, there's all of those things, I would brighten up. I would be watching, you know, Grammy Awards, all of those kinds of things. I like some kind of sports. I'm still yet to appreciate the type. I've not really discovered the one that I like that much, but I'm sure there is something, but I'm still self-discovering. But I'm not trying to impress anybody. I don't care anymore. You either like me or you like me. What's not to like? You know, you see, when you pump yourself up like that, it becomes, you fake it till you make it somewhat. You know what I'm saying? You like yourself. What do you like? You're not keeping up with the Joneses anymore. Once you know what you like, you start to, you know, be more confident in those things and start to take up ownership of the fact that this is who I am. This is what I like. What do you want from life? When you understand what you want from life, you understand that your race is different. You understand that, okay, I like this pattern of living. I like my stuff to be done a certain type of way, and therefore this is what I like. And when you know that you like something or what you want, you start to build your life around the things that make those things fluid or flow. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, classic examples. That what you like determines your goals. Okay, you understand that. Okay, like a classic example, SS1, I was in science class because I was trying to keep up with my friends who I thought were smart. And, you know, if you're in my science class back in Nigeria, my home country, you were smart, you were looked at a certain type of way. He's in science class. And everybody was in commercial art classes. We're like, So, but my guy, anyway, that's story for another day. You understand? And then when I understood that, okay, eventually I went to school, I studied sociology, and I absolutely loved it because I find that I'm a relational person. You know, I studied about people in groups. understanding XYZ, how, just studying people in groups, and how philosophy and all of that good jazz. And now I'm doing information technology, and it's just, I'm understanding what I like, and it's helping me propel my goals. I love music. I'm a singer, I'm an entertainer, I'm a recording artist. I like the way that sounds. I'm a recording artist, by the way. Good. So, Sha, you get the gist. And so, because I understood who I was and what I want from life, I started to build my desires and life career path along the things that I desire, because I was confident enough to say, identify what I want. And then, what are your pet peeves? What disgusts you? Like, personally, I abhor people who are two-faced, and I abhor people who are two-faced, and I don't like people. I don't like situations where he says, she said. I abhor it. I detest it. I detest it. And so that's the kind of stuff. So if I'm around people, I find that you are flourishing along those lines, I cut you off, because I know that I hate stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So, number one, once you understand all of those things, that helps you forming this persona, this person that you one day appreciate. Number two, people respond to confidence, not cockiness, not being disrespectful. There is a clear difference. And I appreciate people who are confident and know when you're becoming prideful or cocky or disrespectful because you want to overshadow everybody. That's not confidence. Confidence is being respectful, knowing when to smile, being courteous, respecting yourself, respecting your space, and respecting the people around you. Because you respect yourself, you can respect other people, because you're that confident. You know what I'm saying? You respect yourself, you're confident. That's what confidence is. Not can I have that? What's wrong with you? Don't you know who I is? Who I be? Hey, it's madam. Excuse me. Do you know who I am? No, that's not confidence. You have problem. You need psychotherapy if there's anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking. People respond to confidence when you carry yourself a certain type of way. I'm sorry, sir. You cannot disrespect me as such. There's no reason why you should be talking to me like that. And they will refrain, from being a certain type of way. So people respond to confidence. I said, when you're confident, you know your worth, and then you're not a pushover. And that's where I say people respect that. They will initially want to, I feel like, challenge your narrative, because that's everybody's general market, general kitchen, you understand? No, but when you're confident and you say, this is how far you can come, this is how much I can take, because I'm confident enough that I have done the work, this is how much I can take. Anything after this, I cannot. This gentleman will come off. So because I don't want to be the street urchin, I'm confident enough to know that this is how far you can come. And this is my building, my boiling point, or as much as I can take. And people respect that. You understand? And then you have to put borders, because you're confident enough to know that there is such a thing as border. You understand? Respect my space and all of those kinds of things. So once you have done the work of number one, getting to know yourself, you understand that people start to, the balance and the checks you put in place, people start to appreciate that or respect it. Then you can see that you're becoming a more confident person. And I say, when confidence means that you know what is acceptable, you ask. You are confident enough to make demands because you have put in the work, and you do not take half measures. You understand? Confidence requires that you speak. Don't think that people understand or will perceive you a certain type of way, perceive what you need or what you do not need. You have to be confident enough to speak and say, this is what I demand. And I feel like, especially for some of us that grew up in Africa, made us understand or believe that, men do not have emotional needs. You're not allowed to cry. You're not allowed to and you'll be suffering. You'll be dying small deaths, slow deaths. Meanwhile, the person who's doing the narrative came up with such stupid narrative is somewhere, maybe just crying, and his wife is using tissue. Sorry, all the man. You know what I'm saying? So command and demand what you want from life, because you are confident enough. Life gives to people who push, who ask, who make a demand, and not necessarily take God forbid, that ain't gonna work. Nah, I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna make demands, and where you do not have the wherewithal to give me what I'm asking for, you know what? I respect you, and I respect myself enough to bounce. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That is what confidence is. And I said another reason why people come across as being not being confident is because they do not want to be alone. So because you have not done the work of number one, number two, then you start to become a certain type of person who is needy, and you don't want to be alone, and that makes you lack confidence. And so people will do anything to you. Life will happen to you because you have not done the work. I promise you, once you have done the internal reflection, you'll be confident enough to know that, okay, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, so it's fine. And I believe that life, relationships, and all of those kinds of things happened, especially to those who make a conscious effort. They enjoy the best of it because they have done the work. And when you're confident, you're not a pushover. You're not keeping up with the Joneses. You're not going to suffer eventually, because classic situation, people do stuff or make decisions because they're not confident enough to know that it's okay for me to be alone for a while until I meet such and so. Because what happens in actual sense is that people are not necessarily terrible or useless or demonic or whatever, obnoxious. You're not just the right fit for them. There are people who have grew up in abusive relationships, and you do not understand that type of language. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying in essence is that people are not always terrible. They're not just perfect fit for you at the point where you're at or where you're going. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay to respectfully decline such vibes or energy and move on. It is okay. You're better off making sure that your emotional health or your mental health is stable and you're thriving and doing well, as opposed to collating all of this negative energy just because you want to impress who. And the sad thing of this conversation is that at the end of the day, when you close your eyes in sleep or in death, it is you. It is what you have done. It is how you have lived your life. Are you going to go to the God or go to the earth thinking, oh, I could have done this better. I could have asked, I could have charged, I could have dreamt bigger. I could have done this because I was not just confident enough to dream or hope. And all of these things are free. And the truth of the matter is, you never know. You never know if you do not challenge the narrative. You never know. So I want to encourage you today to understand that confidence is not immaterial. It's not in the cars. It's not in all of those things are fleeting. And that's why you see people committing suicide, because they've not been able to understand that you are the wealth. You generate those resources. If you're rich in your mind, you're rich in your relationships, you're rich in understanding that this is good enough for me, that I can replicate whatever I have, and these things don't make me, I make them. I wear the shoes, I put I cross the T's and I dot the I's because of the God-given potentials. I make those things. They do not make me. I wear this jewelry. It does not wear me. It makes me, it's an accessory. You understand what I'm saying? We appreciate all these good things of life, but they are not what makes us. And that is a perspective of somebody who's confident, because you see somebody who wears 10 flip-flops to the supermarket, and they be killing it, and they're like wearing it like $1 million, and you see some people wearing heels and they're like wobbly, because it's not who you are. Be confident in what God has given you. A bit of, nobody's saying don't put yourself together, but be confident in the base. You get me? And last but not least, it helps you eliminate stress. I'm confident. You come, you see what you see, what you get is what you get. It's my space, and all of those good stuff. Anyways, with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to help you understand that you are absolutely amazing. You are God's best. You are a gift to the world. You are an answered prayer. Somebody out there is praying to meet you or to have you in their lives. So do the work so that when you meet that person, you can be a breath of fresh air. So till I come your way next time, I remain ETG. By the way, I have music coming out. I have a single coming out, and I have a video that I just we're working on. Yeah. Anyway, see you soon. I love you. Bye.